Hello, Math Masterminds. Welcome back. We're now in semester 2, and we're going to start off with the geometry unit. This week, we're going to be working with volume. Today, we're going to be working with cylinders. So with a cylinder, you'd have to keep in mind it has a circular base, and we're going to be looking at the height. The formula we're going to be working with is volume is equal to big B times height. Big B represents the area of the base. If you look at your mathematics reference sheet, you will see the formula for area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay? Let's now revisit circles. We talked about circumference of a circle previously you talked about it, you learned about it in 7th grade. When we talk about circumference, it's the curved edge around a closed circle, which means that's the perimeter or the border. There are two acceptable formulas for circumference. We can use the radius, so the circumference is equal to 2 pi r, or we can use the diameter, where the circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Remember, radius and diameter are different. The radius is half the diameter. Taking a look at area, area is a two-dimensional figure, which is known as a flat. That means it only has two dimensions, length, width. And it's the space inside the boundary of a 2D shape. So for this circle, it's going to be the yellow part. Looking at the formula for area of a circle, area is equal to pi times radius squared, which is the area of a circle, which we're going to be looking at as big B. When we talk about volume, volume is a three-dimensional figure. That means it has length, width, and height. Okay, we're going to also take a look at the space inside of a three-dimensional figure because that's the volume of the figure. We're going to be using the formula V is equal to big B times height. We're going to break down that big B based on the base of the figure. In this case, because it's a cylinder, we're going to be looking at circle. So we're going to substitute big B with pi r squared, which is the area of the circle. Let's take a look at this example. Orlando and Seth were asked to set up the following problem. A packing tube has a diameter of 5.5 inches and a length of 19 inches. What is the volume of the packing tube? Orlando and Seth each set the problem up differently. Their work is shown below. Before we take a look at their work, let's process the information that we're given. It says packing tube. That's a cylindrical figure. We also given the diameter. We have the length, but in this case, it represents the height. And we're asked to find volume. So we're going to use the formula V is equal to big B times height. Remember I said when we see big B, we have to break it down. Because we're using a cylinder, it has a circular base, so I need to substitute pi r squared in place of big B. Now, the formula asks for radius. My problem gives me diameter, so I have to do a little work. I have to take the diameter, which is 5.5, divided by 2, and it gives me my radius, which is 2 75/100. And that's what we're going to use. When we take a look at Orlando's work, Orlando used the formula big B times height, and this is what he substituted in place of big B, 2 pi r times height. Now, Seth's work, he also used the formula V is equal to big B times height. This is what he substituted, and he substituted pi times radius squared times height. Now, who's correct? I hope you said Seth, because with Seth's work, he used the formula pi r squared times height, and Orlando actually used the circumference, 2 pi r times height. Okay, so be careful. Remember, easy peasy. If you need any help, just press the help button in our virtual classroom and look at the time for assistance. Have a good one.